I can see that the winters are still on.
Yeah, it's still on here at this very place.
Okay. All right. So, the topic for today's discussion is about classroom
Classroom.
and childhood memories, right? So, to start with, let's talk a little bit about the kind of student that you were. I'll just take a couple of minutes from you so that I can fill in some details about you. Okay. So here the previous tutor has selected that you are from Himachal Pradesh, and your current status is written as other. That's a government teacher, and your wish to improve communication for one of the selections is speaking confidently with others. Apart from that, would you say that it is personal growth, daily conversations? What else would you say you want to improve your communication for?
Yeah, it is a professional growth actually, and I want to switch on to become a motivational teacher.
That wouldn't be your final goal, that'll be your short term goal.
I can say that is a short-term goal because the ultimate goal is something different. Yeah.
So, Rani, I also hear a different accent than what it was in the previous session. Any specific reasons why uh, you adapted that accent?
Yeah, you mentioned, I think, label and level. There was some, mispronunciation.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, yeah, I worked on that maybe this time.
Okay. No, it's not the pronunciation, it's the accent, the accent in which you are speaking right now. So there
Uh,
is a change, a little bit of shift in the accent than the previous session. So that I am asking, is that a conscious effort that you're putting in to change your accent?
yeah, definitely. I am trying to improve in that area also.
Okay, all right. So, coming to the topic, Rani, okay, so let us continue with the question that I asked you about the kind of child or student that you were. So, let's say we are talking about in the age bracket of 10 to 12 years of age.
Okay, I think during that period, I was aware of the things that what I am doing in the school. And I think during that period, I first time interacted with the teacher who was there in my school as I was a student of a government school. So he interacted with me, and this teacher actually was not a government teacher, but still it was there in our school.
Not a
That was he was not a government teacher. He was
government
hired
teacher.
for yeah he was hired for a specific time of yeah for a specific time period
Okay,
in our
so
school.
he was not a permanent teacher.
Yes, he was not a
Oh,
permanent teacher,
okay.
and he was asked to come in our school because in our fourth standard
Hmm.
uh, we were not having a teacher because of one of the reason that the teacher who was earlier teaching us uh, he was suffering from the disease that is the paralysis. The whole left part of his body was not working at all. So that fourth standard, in our fourth standard, we were not having any teacher. So we just enjoyed during that period, never attended any class. We played and nothing at all. It was, I think, the last month or the second last month when they came to know that the whole class is only just, you know, they are just playing and doing nothing. And after that, they hired this teacher who was not having that background of the teaching. He just came first time in a school, and he was struggling to teach the students at that time. So that was the time period when even we saw that the teachers, they are not different, they are human beings, they can make errors, and we just learn uh, from them. And for this, uh, even they have to read for the particular subject. Otherwise, they will not be able. So they would not be able to teach us in proper way.
Very
So that's
true.
what happens. Yeah, in
Very.
that period. And I think my fifth standard in that school, that was a total waste. The teacher, he was struggling. He was having the background of language, and as a PRT teacher, one is expected to teach all the subjects, and
Okay.
other than the language, he was struggling a lot, and that was something
It
that
made
particular.
that phase of your life quite memorable.
Yes, 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 yes. Though we enjoyed it in a different way, but as far as the study and the academic is concerned, we lagged behind because of
Right.
maybe because of the teachings of that particular person.
Correct. You missed out on quite a lot of concepts which are generally taught in grade fifth.
Yeah, and that gap, I think it took more than 3 years in eighth standard. Then I think we were able to cope up with all those,
Mm,
different type of content and particular topics that
mm,
they were there in the fifth standard. So it
right.
took a lot of time for us. And I think in the eighth standard, again, I got teachers like that who can, who could teach us in a better way.
Right. So it the dent which was put by 1 year of gap took 3 years to fill,
Yes.
right? And how about the mischiefs? Would you say you were a mischievous child, or would you say that you were naughty but you knew how to balance it? So you were able to balance both the sides. You studied as well as you had fun. Describe yourself as a teenager.
Yeah, I think I was somewhere. I was not mischievous. Uh, I love to teach. Sorry, I love to learn the things and the new concepts. And my main focus was always towards the study. So I try to grasp the things from wherever they come. And but unfortunately, when you are in a class where not even a single teacher is there for the whole day, so yeah, definitely you go with your friends, you play throughout the day. But in a sixth, seventh, and eighth standard, we started uh, learning in a different way because as a during those time period when you are in a primary sections, the environment would entirely different, and the moment you enter to the middle school, and then their way of talking of the teacher, the way they cope up with the student, and the way they teach the different type of a concept, that sometime attracts you towards particular subject, or sometime make you more resistance towards few subjects. So yes, this happened to me during those my academic years, but I enjoyed after I learned many mischievous acts because of the company of mine, and yeah, we did those things as well. I think
Mm,
I can recall one of the incident when one of my friend he asked me to
mm,
skip the class, and I thought maybe for a one period we are leaving the school, and after eating something we are going back, coming back to the classroom
right.
again. But this was not the case. In his
Mhm.
mind, he has prepared something else in his mind, and a different idea. He asked me to come, and I went with him. But when I was out with him, he asked us that we are not going back to the school now. We are going to enjoy throughout the day. As I was a student in a village area, so
Mhm.
our entertainment either to climb the trees
Mm,
or to run, and these type of games that we love to play. So I was there with him throughout the day. Maybe two or three more students were there. But what I found that the whole activity was boring. I enjoyed more in a school than out of the school. So uh, after that, I never, skipped any class. Even in my college lives, I never skipped any class because I know that going outside or a skipping class, we are never going to enjoy it because we can enjoy if we
Hmm.
want to enjoy. My family member, they never ask me whether to go to school or not. They simply just, used to say that if you don't want, then, just be
You can
here at
skip.
home and you can enjoy here also. So that type of, background when you are having the support of your family. So that mischievous part of your, that they controls and you regulates,
I
then
think it
your
also gives you the kind of understanding, or it gives you the responsibility and ownership of your actions, that I might choose to skip the class, or I might just choose to stay at home today, but there are going to be consequences, right? The moment you understand the ownership, you take the ownership of your duties, that is the time you start realizing your responsibilities, right?
yes.
Okay. So, Rani, let's talk about a very important part, or a very important group of your life, your friends. Okay, so we do understand that it's very difficult, and it's a blessing if you have the same set of friends, right, since childhood up to the time that you've grown up. And even if out of 10 you were able to hold on to maybe 3 or 4 of them, that's a truly a very blissful feeling, right? Because you have grown up together, you have experienced many phases of your life together. So tell me something, if you have some of the same people, some of the same friends since childhood, since your school time, do you still have some such friends with you?
Yeah, I have one or two friends of mine, and I never had many friends actually.
Okay.
Only one, two friends. They were sufficient for me, and the type of nature I had. So those friends of mine, they still are there with me, and
Mm-hmm.
we talk, most of the times whenever we get times, and we exchange our ideas as well. And yeah, that is definitely a blessings for me. But I think for 10 to 15 years, when I started my college journey, and then thereafter, I think for next 5 years, when I entered in the private institution. So nearly about a 10 year, there was a complete break between our conversation. And but after the Facebook and different type of media, the connectivity, we again get connected, and yeah, we are talking now, and in a talking terms in a good way.
Very true. Describe a time, Rani, when you realized the importance of having good friends with you. It can be something that happened, or something which did not happen because you didn't have good friends, and that moment you realized that this is one of the most important areas, or one of the most important relationships in life.
Yeah, it happened actually. It's a blessings in a different way. Uh, we were in a training in our school actually, and there were many people, those who were playing with us. The different type of the activity that was the part of our training, and they prepared few gifts, and they want us to present different type of gifts. So everybody who was there, they were selecting the different type of gifts, and all of a sudden I decided, just opposite to all others peoples, those who were there, and I selected one things. Nobody was selecting that, and immediately I found that most of the staff members or my colleagues, uh, they just came towards my side, and they just sit there with me, and they just said that whatever he has selected, we are going to select the same. So this was their opinion, and they asked them in that particular activity that why you selected this, because all of them, they were saying that he has selected this, so that's the reason why we are selecting this. So I just told them at that moment, and that the gift that you are presenting, because it is something that is a token of love, and you are presenting it to us. And so we do not want to disrespect any of them. So that's the reason why I selected this one, because nobody was selecting it. So that's the reason why I selected it. And rest of the friends of mine or the colleagues of mine, when I saw first time, that is when you have so many people with you, then even whether you select your selections or your choice, whether that is a good or a bad, that hardly matters. What matters at that moment, that you are having a supporters with you. So they supported you, and even the management, or they picked that idea, and we were the winner of that particular
Mhm.
activity. So at that moment, I came to know that yes, we need to have friends, and people around us, those who understand us. And not only this, but they also help us when we are in a need, in that situation.
When you're saying those, it has to be plural,
Okay,
right? Because singular will be that friend of mine. Then it is correct. But if you're using those, it will be friends,
right.
right?
Okay,
The next time when you said it, you corrected yourself. You said at that moment. Okay. But the issue over here is when to use singular and when to use plural nouns.
okay, right,
Okay, that is one thing. Second would be the tenses. Tell you here that when you use a simple present tense, it means something that happens on a regular basis. We get connected on social
right,
media. But that is not what you were trying to say. You were trying to say that after a 10-year long gap, you finally met each other or you got connected through social media, right?
right,
So that happened only in the past. So we cannot use the simple present tense here.
right,
Okay. Similar problem was come in our school. So firstly we'll say come came to the school and we'll not use the preposition in. Okay, when you say come in, came in, it is an enclosed and a smaller area. She came in inside the class. She
right,
poured water in the glass.
right,
Okay, so it's a smaller area. But when we are talking about the bigger part, come to the market. I'm standing at the school. I'm standing at the corner. Okay, in is very specific to the area.
okay,
Okay, right. Few words, maybe just a couple of them, where we need to check the pronunciation. Errors, again, it's the vowel e and a problem.
okay.
Okay, can you just pronounce errors?
Errors,
Errors.
errors.
Right. Okay. And support, not sport. Sport would be
Okay,
different. It's a game.
okay.
Support.
Support.
Correct. My friends supported me. Right. Okay. Now, this happened to me. Now I'm talking about subject verb agreement.
Okay,
Okay, this happened to me during those days. Now, because it is those days, firstly it will become past tense. This happened with me. Now if you're telling about something that happens on a regular basis, you will say this happens with me. Every time I watch a movie, I get emotional. It happens with me. Okay, so it does not matter that you don't watch a movie regularly or you don't watch it frequently. Every time you do that, something happens. For that you need to use the simple present tense.
right,
Okay, so making it clear firstly to yourself, whatever I'm saying, is it something that happens on a regular basis or I am talking about a specific incident in the past.
right.
Okay, get that clear first and then use the tense. All right. Um, our entire either to climb the tree. Okay, there are two errors here. Um, firstly, the time was our way of spending the time. Use the helping verb. Was our our idea of entertainment was either to climb a tree or to move out of the school.
Right.
Okay, so use that helping verb. That's very important. Uh, Another area that I want you to just have a quick check on is the usage of a. Now, I do not know whether that is because you are using it as a filler sound, or is it you are using it as an article, as an article. Okay, so for example, when you say time in a school, a skipping class, or we again get connected, they want us to a present. Okay, so here, is it because you are using as an article, or is it because it's a filler sound?
Yeah, it may be filler.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if it's a filler, because it's not very frequent. Okay, it
Okay.
is audible, it's not very frequent, and the other filler sounds like that is a different sound. So if at all, just think about it when you are speaking again, whether those sounds over there, if they are articles, then we need to get a clarity on usage of articles. Okay, and if they are filler sounds, then we just need to get rid of them altogether.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
any questions before I end the session?
Yeah, no, ma'am. This okay. This is, yeah, that is
All
enough for
right.
me.
So, with that, we will bring the session to an end. Thank you so much for joining, and you have a great evening ahead.
Same to you.
All right. Bye bye.